Hare Krishna. Welcome to this Gita study session. Today is Friday, 15th May 2020. First we start with our prayers. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya.
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 I will pay my respect to my Guru Maharaj. With his mercy only I can speak. Namo Vishnu Padaya Krishna Prishtaya Bhutale Srimate Jayapataka Swami Niti Namine. Namo Vishnu Padaya Krishna Prishtaya Bhutale Srimate Bhaktivedanta Swami Niti Namine. Namaste Devi Gauravani Pacharine Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Paschatya Desha Tarine. Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Shiva Sadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda. Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare. So this is the fourth session. So can I request everybody to please mute your mics, because we are getting some echo here and that disturbs everybody. Thank you so much. So when you have to ask a question or something which will be at the end of the session, or when I say please speak, then you can speak. So that way we all will be able to hear it properly. Thank you. So we still into the introduction to Bhagavad Gita. I thought a little base has to be made, so I've been going accordingly. And yesterday we discussed about the Guru Shishya requirements of a Guru and the requirements of a Shishya, spiritual master and the disciple. So I hope you were all there, and then you have seen again. Please ask for the PowerPoint, and PowerPoint is there in the recording also. So now I've been sending the links to those who wanted it. So today we'll continue with that. One question should come in our mind, that we are following Bhagavad Gita. We are trying to understand Bhagavad Gita. And who is the speaker of Bhagavad Gita is Sri Bhagavan Uvacha, right? Can I request if somebody is still talking, please, I really request. Otherwise, I'll have to mute everybody. That's not a good idea. Thank you. So when we say Sri Bhagavan Uvacha, unless we understand who is this Bhagavan, of course, devotees will immediately say Krishna. But then, like a guru or a shishya, there should be some qualification for Bhagavan also, right? Why should we blindly accept anybody as Bhagavan? We should have a very, very full conviction. So we should ask questions. Initially we should have doubt. Doubt in the sense, understanding. Who is this Bhagavan? Why he is Bhagavan? And once we understand that, with all our doubts cleared, then we should have no more doubts, and we should fully follow the instructions of that entity, right? Who's Bhagavan. So I thought it's a good idea that we should try to understand who is Bhagavan. Okay. So I made a small PowerPoint presentation, which I'm going to share with you. Okay. Who is God? That's the title. So God has these following qualities. God must be fountainhead of all incarnation. That means he is not an avatar, but he should be an avatari. Every single incarnation, the Dashavatar, as we know, the 24 avatars which are discussed in Srimad Bhagavatam, and any number of in Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's teachings. Also, this is established who is God and how he expands, what are his expansions. So everybody's position we should know. There's a big chart for that, But anyway, we will not talk of that right now. So the first fundamental thing is he should not be under anybody, right? If he's under anybody, then he's not God. So what should be the next? Cause of all causes. Sarva karana karanam. Sarva karana. Everything in this material world happens by cause and effect. Why am I sick? Because there is some cause for that. Why I am rich? There is some cause for that. I'm not rich, but I'm just saying. Why are we doing certain things? Is a cause for that. Right? Why the tree has grown here? There's a cause. There's somebody put the seed, so that's the cause. So for everything there is a cause. But when it comes to the God, then there is no cause. It's the cause of all causes. When you go back, for example, you are there, then you are born out of a parent, father, mother, and then like you go back. Ultimately, you will find that we go to the Sapta Rishis, in whose gotras we are all there. We are all born of the original Rishis, and then go back to Kumaras, 4 Kumaras, then Lord Brahma, and then from there the Supreme Lord, right? So question some people ask, or you may also have in mind, is that who's their cause? Suppose we say Vishnu or Krishna is the Supreme God. So they are cause of all causes. So whose cause are they? I mean, rather, who is their cause? So the answer is no one. No one, because otherwise there is no meaning to God, right? God means the thing stops there. Beyond him, nothing. That means he's totally independent. Swarat, the word in Sanskrit is Swarat, means independent. He doesn't have to bother about anything. He doesn't have to worry about anything. He doesn't have to. And so that is called cause of all causes. Otherwise, this is not God. If he's also being caused by somebody, then he's not God. Then the next one is Supreme Controller. Supreme. We think that we are controllers of our bodies, which we are not. To some extent we are, but not in totality, right? So Supreme. Controllers, other word in Sanskrit is Ishvara. And when we say Supreme, then it becomes Parameshvara. Param Ishvara, Parameshvara. There should be nothing which is not in his control. So devotees will know that whenever we are in trouble or something, something happens, so some consolation is given to us, which is a fact that don't worry, God is in control. He will take care. If God goes out of control, then the whole world will finish, So even now, for example, whatever is going on in the world doesn't mean that the God has lost the control. He's just watching and waiting. He wants to see that this is all caused by us, all our negligence and so on. So we are now we have to pay a price for that, isn't it? But ultimately, you will see that everything will be controlled. Everything will be controlled sooner or later. When? Because then if I know when, then I'm God, right? No, I don't know. Nobody knows. They may say, astrologers may say, scientists may say this, but ultimately, the Supreme Controller. Oh, why is not coming and saying, no, why should he? He did not create. In Bhagavad Gita, the Lord says, all whatever is happening to you is because of you only. I am not responsible. That means he is not responsible. So as we go into Bhagavad Gita, we'll learn all those things. Okay. Next comes anybody claiming to be God has to be accepted by all acharyas. Acharyas means all the great personalities. Shankaracharya, Madhvacharya, Ramanujacharya, Vallabhacharya. All these known acharyas, people accept them. And when they say, okay, so and so is God, so then it is accepted. Then everybody accepts, because all the acharyas have their followers. And when the top authority says, you remember we discussed Shabda Pramana, hearing from authority. So this is the next point. Then the God is the seed-giving father of all living beings. Seed-giving father. Meaning everything, all the 84 lakh species of life, 8.4 million, as we say here in US. Species, different species. The birds and the animals and the aquatics and fishes and everything, everything put together, the ants and the bugs and the insects and all that, they all get, the origin of them is God. He is the seed-giving father of all living beings. All, not some. You may say, oh, they are producing something in the laboratory, but they are taking some original from the God only, and then they are only copying it, So the original cannot be made by anybody. A human being till today cannot produce something without taking it from a living entity. You can only duplicate. You cannot manufacture. You cannot manufacture even one tinka, one blade of grass. Nobody can, on its own, from zero, from scratch, nobody can make. You have to take something, and then, add something, put your brain into that and all that. Now, the word used in Bhagavad Gita is Shri Bhagavan Uvacha, right? So what is Bhagavan? Bhagavan means there are Sanskrit, there are, Sandhi we call it, the two words combined. So Bhagavan also has two words in there, Bhaga and Van. Bhaga means opulence, Aishwarya. And Van means one who possesses, one owns. Like we have Dhanavan, one who owns wealth. Balavan, one who owns strength. Buddhivan, one who owns intelligence, right? So like that, there is a Bhagavan. So the scriptures, Shastra says, there are 6 opulences, 6 Aishwarya. It's called Shad Aishwarya. Beauty, wealth, power, knowledge, fame, and renunciation. So someone who has all these in full, 100 out of 100, then only we can accept that person or that entity as God. Okay, interestingly, all of us also have these opulences to some extent, right? We have some beauty, we have some wealth, maybe, depends, somebody has more, somebody has less, some power, some knowledge, but nobody is having all these 6 in full. Even Lord Brahma, who is supposed to be the first living being, he has these opulences to the extent of 78%. 78%. Only the God has 100%. Brahma, first living being, has only 78%. So we are also living being. Brahma is also living being. So we can go up to 78% maximum. That is, with all our efforts. And we have still not found any person having this, right? In the material world, we don't have any person except Lord Brahma who has all these to 78%. So this is God, Bhagavan. So when we read the word Bhagavan, we should immediately visualize that, oh, this person has all this beauty, wealth, power, renunciation. You know, there will be one class sometime in future only on these 6 opulences. Each topic of Bhagavad Gita, we can have so many classes. So right now we are trying to understand who is God, right? He is cognizant of all souls. Cognizant means he knows. He is the supreme soul himself, and he knows Paramatma. So he knows about all Atmas. He knows everything about us. He knows our past, present, future, of not only us, all the jivas. So whenever we say soul, please remember that we are not talking only of human beings. We are talking of everybody. All souls have, all jivas have souls. So all are, soul-wise, all are equal. And for God, for him, they are equal, as well as he knows. Krishna tells Arjuna in Bhagavad Gita, when Arjuna says, how do I accept that what you are saying is truth? So Krishna says, you and I have taken many births, O Arjuna. You don't remember them, but I remember. Because he is speaking from the position of Bhagavan. Right? So this is another definition of Bhagavan. He is the absolute truth. Param Satya. What does it mean? That means there is no doubt about it. There is no shortage, no shortcoming, no deficiency in the truth. Not affected by anything. That truth is called absolute truth. And that is what Param Tattva, Param Satya, Param Tattva. All these words will come in Bhagavad Gita. And that again, points to only one person. Omnipresent. Omnipresent, meaning everywhere. There is no such place. Remember the Prahlad Maharaj, when his father Hiranyakashipu asked him, where is your God? Prahlad Maharaj, he is everywhere. What do you mean by everywhere? Is he in this town also? He said, yes. Is he in this palace also? He said, yes. And then he points at a pillar. Is your God in this pillar also? He says, yes. Everywhere means everywhere. Omnipresent. And then Hiranyakashipu takes the gada and breaks that pillar. And Lord is there. Just for our understanding, I'm saying that. Omnipresent. Is he on the other planets? Of course. Is he in the spiritual world? Yes. Everywhere. Omnipresent. He is eternal. Shashvat. There is no beginning or no end. Not only to God, but to all his creations also. We are also part of God, right? So we also have the same quality, eternal. We are also eternal. We meaning the soul, not the body, the soul. That we will understand in the 2nd chapter of Bhagavad Gita, perfectly. Krishna will explain it so nicely that it will remain with us for the rest of our life. He is Adi Purusha. Adi means the oldest, the first. Before him, nothing. Same like, cause of all causes, I explained. It is the cause of everything. So he is called as Adi Purusha. Nothing before him. Lord Brahma, anyway, we'll just, when we come to that, we'll recognize that person first, and then I'll talk more about that. Okay. So this is what God is. Okay. This is what God is. Anybody else knows something more about God, like, some other qualification, quality of God? I'm just speaking from scriptures. all through whatever I'm speaking is going to be from Shastra only. I may give you some practical example, but I will never cross my limits of trying to prove that I have created this. No, nothing. I cannot create.
Krishna is all attractive.
Yeah, I mean, we are not yet gone. We are not yet identified the God, right? We are just saying now, right now we are saying, who is God? And then, yes, what you are saying is perfect, but we have to take that step now. As a collectively, we'll have to discuss, first discuss and then agree that, yes, according to all these definitions, this is one. In other words, what I'm asking is, what do you expect from God? How do you think, your God should be?
Merciful.
Pardon?
Merciful.
Merciful. Okay. God should be merciful. All merciful. Very good. What else? Now this
He's
is what
always the same.
Pardon?
He never sees our flaws. He's always the same. He
Yeah.
never sees our flaws. He never discriminates on the basis of anything.
Right.
He stays the same.
Yeah, that's why we say, if you remember yesterday's class, we said that the Guru is as good as God, right?
Yes, right.
So those Guru's qualities are naturally there, coming from God only. Okay. So I hope everybody has this clarity now that this is the requirement of God. So now if you see, try to search for God. Let's say there's a option A, B, C, D. So many options are there, right? People have different ideas. So collectively, I will throw one name and then you respond to that. Is Brahma the Lord according to these qualifications?
No.
No, because he has 78% of the tattva.
Right.
Plus, he himself was created by Vishnu.
Correct. If you really do your homework also and try to find out, go to Google, the great Paramatma. He's a modern day Paramatma, right? Everything he knows. That's what people think, but there are so many things which Google also doesn't know. But conclusion should be, because now we are talking of Bhagavad Gita, so the natural conclusion should be that that person looks like he's Krishna, right? Because if you see now all these qualities what I talked about, Adi Purusha, eternal, omnipresent, absolute truth, cognizant, 6 opulences, seed-giving father, accepted by all acharyas, supreme controller, cause of all causes, fountainhead of all incarnations. So this is exactly fitting Sri Krishna. When we talk of these opulences and qualities, the Shastra says that we jivas, all the jivas, especially human beings, Manushya jivas, Manav jivas, we have 50 qualities. And we can have 50 qualities to the extent of 78%. Again, as I said, we are far short of that. Then all the Shiva Tattvas, all the expansions of Lord Shiva and Shiva Tattvas, they have 55 qualities, 5 more than human beings. Then all the Vishnu Tattvas, all his avatars and everything, they have 60 qualities, 5 more than Lord Shiva's Shiva Tattva's qualities. And Krishna is the only one having 64 qualities, 4 more than even Lord Vishnu's qualities. What are those 4 more? One is Rupa Madhuri, his beauty. His beauty is unsurpassed by anybody. Then comes Venu Madhuri. Venu is the flute he plays, right? Nobody else has that, right? You see the whole thing, Devi, Devatas, everything, you check out. Third is Leela Madhuri. Leela means his pastimes. We see the number of Leelas Krishna has done, performed. Nobody has. Madhuri means all sweetness. These are. And then finally, he has this Prema Madhuri. Prema Madhuri. Everybody, 5,000 years back, he came and
Prema Madhurya.
performed. Yes. So everybody now, even today, we are discussing that, right? So that is the greatness of Lord Krishna. So he is the one who should be, unless you are. I know this is a tough question, but even if we are right now following somebody else and thinking that, you have to think again. And then, if you have any valid points, yes. Otherwise, there is no harm in, rethinking about it. Because why I'm saying this? Because throughout Bhagavad Gita, we are going to read that Sri Bhagavan Uvacha, and unless we are convinced about that Bhagavan, then whatever he is saying is also not going to be effective, right? Why should I accept what Krishna is saying? But if we accept him as Bhagavan, not blindly, again I'm saying, logically, on the basis of Guru, Sadhu, Shastra. This is how we learn in a spiritual life. Anything, any doubt you have in your mind, all the three, that is the Guru, your Guru, your teacher, Acharya. Sadhu means Acharya, like we saw these Acharyas, all Acharyas. And then Shastra means scriptures. Vedas, Puranas, all these are Shastras. So if all three agree, then that thing is perfect. Otherwise, you should not accept it. If somebody is not agreeing, like for example, your Guru may say something which is not in the Shastra. So yesterday also we saw that in that case we can reject the Guru if the Guru is not speaking from Shastra. So Shastra is the supreme. Like now, of course, times have changed. People are, for example, if I had to ask anybody, who is your father? What is the authority that person will use? Where it will decided that yes, so and so is my father. Who decides that? Anybody has a guess? Who decides about your father? Final authority comes from
Mother.
Mother.
Mother
Mother
tells. Yeah.
Right? It's not DNA.
Mother.
Yeah, nowadays
Mother.
DNA test and all.
Mother.
It's all modern, things to deceive you. Ultimately, it is the mother, right? The mother points at a person that he is your father. That's all. We don't question, right? So the Acharyas say that the Shastras are our mothers. So and so on. When Shastra says so and so, Sri Krishna is your father, supreme father, then what do we do? Do we fight with the Shastra? We reject it, or we throw it out? No. We accept it, right? It's like our mother. So that is why we will all the time, not most of, all the time we will be basing our anything I speak will be on the basis of these three. Okay. So now I have got some Shastric. There's so many, thousands and thousands we can collect. But when I started my journey, I attended some lectures and I noted, this is almost 35 years old notes. I'm just going to use with you. Okay. So now here are some of the quotations from the scriptures from the Shastra about Krishna. So I will now ask one of you to read this so that you get a chance to read. So once you read, then don't come again, that some other person read it. Yeah. So one Mataji, one Prabhu, like that. So one Mataji can start.
Hare Krishna Prabhu.
You identify yourself and then speak. Haribol. Please say your name and then read this so that we know who's reading. Hare Krishna. Don't want to say your name? It's okay also. No problem. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji.
Yes.
Just as the I am Radharani. Just as the Ganga is the greatest of all rivers, Lord Achyuta, Krishna, the supreme among deities, and Lord Shambhu, Shiva, the greatest of Vaishnavas, so Srimad Bhagavatam is the greatest of all Puranas.
This is from Srimad Bhagavatam, 12th canto, chapter 13, shloka 60. So it's just, giving a statement that Ganga is supposed to be the greatest of all rivers, right? And then Lord Krishna is the supreme among deities, means all devatas, and Lord Shiva, the greatest of Vaishnavas. Lord Shiva is the greatest of Vaishnavas. All the Vaishnavas accept him as the topmost Vaishnava. And so Srimad Bhagavatam is the greatest of all Puranas. What is Srimad Bhagavatam? Srimad Bhagavad Gita. People ask this question. I hope all of you know the difference. Bhagavad Gita is spoken by Krishna to Arjuna, right? So the message Krishna gives to Arjuna, that is called Bhagavad Gita. And Bhagavatam is everything about Krishna. By Krishna and for Krishna. Everything about Krishna. His expansions, his pastimes, his glories, everything, prayers, all that is there in Srimad Bhagavatam. So that is why it is out of the 18 Puranas, Bhagavatam is called as the greatest. Because that was also, anyway, don't want to go into those details now. Let's stick to what we are doing now. Yes, some Prabhuji. You can unmute and read and then again mute, so that. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Yes, please read. Can you read?
Narayana Upanishad.
Yes.
From Narayana, Brahma is the born, and from Narayana, Prajapatis, Indra, 8 Vasus, 11 Rudras, 12 Adityas are born. This Narayana is an expansion of Krishna.
So this comes from a Narayana Upanishad, one of the 108 Upanishads. So he says, Narayana is the source of all Brahma, Prajapatis, Indra, 8 Vasus, 11 Rudras, 12 Adityas. And this is expansion of Krishna. So Krishna is that Adi Purusha, and he expands. He expands into, that's why, we say he's the fountainhead of all incarnations. Interestingly, here, when we are reading this 8 Vasus, 11 Rudras, and 12 Adis, etc., these are the part of, when we say in our Sanatan Dharma, we talk of 33 crore devatas, right? Koti devatas, 33 koti devatas. So people here in US and everywhere, they get a little confused and they say, what is this going on? You people are worshipping 330 million, 33 crore. So sometime back, I came across one article which made a lot of sense to me. He says it is not 33 crore. The word in Sanskrit is koti. 33 koti. And koti means a category. Like we say, Ucha Koti Brahmana. So it's not Ucha Crore Brahmana. Ucha Koti means a category. Is that among the human beings, he is supposed to be the best. Koti. So there are 33 kotis of devatas. So this is how the total comes, 8 Vasus, 11 Rudras, 12 Adityas, etc. So that put together become 33. So we are not worshipping, because then these are all departmental heads also working under Krishna. Right? Krishna says they're all working under me. So you cannot have 330 million, 33 crore departments. Although now some ministers, prime ministers are making cabinets, which are a little bigger, but still it's not running into crores or something like that. Anyway, so this is Narayana Upanishad. Yes, next one, Mataji.
Hare Krishna Prabhu.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna Prabhu.
Yes, please.
Brahma Samhita
Yeah.
5.15. Mahavishnu created Vishnu from his left side, Prajapatis from his right side, and Shambhu from between his eyebrows.
So now Brahma Samhita is the prayers of Lord Brahma to Lord Krishna. Lord Brahma directly, you know. This was found in Kurma Pradesh in South India. And this has all the wonderful prayers of Lord Brahma, where he is establishing Krishna's supremacy. Okay. In that he is saying that this is how it is. Mahavishnu created Vishnu from his left side. Prajapatis are the, you know, Brahmas. They are the ones who populated this world when the creation starts. Prajapatis are the one who populated. You know, they just each Prajapati produced some thousands and millions of different people like that. Okay. Yes, one Prabhuji. Hare Krishna. If Prabhus are not available, then Mataji's. Somebody has to read.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna.
Brihat, I'm Manika.
Yes.
Brihat Sahasranam Stotra. Lord Shiva says these 1,000 names should not be given to one who is not a devotee of Krishna, to one who has no faith in bhakti, and to one who thinks that devtas are equal to Krishna.
He is talking of Vishnu Sahasranam, you know, Braha Sahasranam Stotra. So Lord Shiva is saying that. He said this mantra is so, again, you know, in further quotations it will come. It's so powerful and so valuable that it should not be given to one who is not a devotee. Like Krishna also says in Bhagavad Gita that this knowledge should not be shared with somebody who is envious and who has no faith in bhakti, and then who think that devatas are all equal to Krishna. You know, we have this thing going on. People talk like that all the time, that okay, everybody is equal. No, that's not true, which will be establishing through Bhagavad Gita. And I don't want to right now start talking about that. So this is another stotra. Somebody else can take up and speak.
Hare
Hare
Krishna
Krishna.
Prabhuji.
Yeah.
Brahat Sahasranam Stotra. Lord Shiva says they do not wholeheartedly take shelter of Lord Krishna. They cannot attain the most auspicious condition of life. This is Akansha. Hare Krishna.
Hari Bol. Okay. So this is very clear. Next one more from there.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna.
Brihat Sahasranam Stotra. Durga Devi says Lord Krishna is the Supreme Lord, the master of all Devis and Devtas, the first spiritual master of the universes. Only fools think that Devtas are equal to him.
It's coming from whom? Durga Devi, Parvati. One more from her.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna.
Brahma
The others have to mute. Only one person.
Lord Shiva performs tapasya. His hair matted and his naked body covered with ashes. That is why the people see him in that way.
And Lord Shiva declares that, you know, what he's meditating upon. And he says he's meditating upon Lord Krishna, Lord Krishna's names. And he told all his followers, the Prachetas, you know, when Prachetas went underwater for 100 years, performing tapasya, when they came out, they met Lord Shiva. Lord Shiva instructed them that you should focus only on Lord Krishna. So he doesn't want people to come near him, you know, because if they're seeing him like this, people think that, oh, he's some person, you know, gone case, or he's just, you know, living with the ghosts and dead bodies and so on, you know, so they don't come near. So that he needs it that way. He needs to focus on his Lord. Yes, one more.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna.
Hari Vamsha, Lord Shiva says, O Brahmas, in the mode of pure goodness, please always worship Lord Krishna. Please chant the mantras of Lord Krishna. Please always meditate on Krishna.
Direct instructions. One Prabhu can, at least one Prabhu should come forward to read. Looks like this is a class of Matajis. Okay, Matajis, I think you have given up, so you can carry on.
Trailokya Samohan Tantra. Lord Shiva to Mother Parvati. As Chintamani is the best jewel, Kamdhenu is the best cow, a chaste woman is the best of women, a Brahmana is the best man, Ganga is the best river, Krishna mantra is the best mantra.
One more from there, somebody else.
Hare Krishna
Lord
Prabhu.
Shiva,
Yes.
Lord
Hare Krishna
Shiva to
Prabhu.
Mother.
Yeah, I think that two of you are eager to speak, but the other person can wait and, you know, take the next one. I think somebody is having a class going on at the background. I don't know why people are doing two things at a time. Can we mute it? Hare Krishna, Prabhuji, or Mataji, who is listening to some other class going on some TV, wherever, you know, please can you mute it? Can you mute this one? Thank you. Yes.
Hare Krishna
Lord.
Prabhu. Mataji. Okay, Mataji.
Okay, Mataji, you can continue, Mataji. You can
Continue
continue.
line by line, Mataji.
Let me decide. Mataji, who said Hare Krishna, get the first chance. Okay. Okay, go ahead.
Hare Krishna Mataji. Hare Krishna Prabhuji.
Yeah.
Trailokya, this is Padmavati Prabhuji.
Yeah.
Trailokya Samohana Tantra, Lord Shiva to Mother Parvati. That is why, O goddess, I chant this mantra every day. In all the moving jivas, there is nothing like this mantra.
Now the other Mataji.
Prabhuji, Renu this side, I wanted to ask one question related to the previous shloka. It says that there's no other mantra as the mantra of Krishna. Is it talking about the Hare Krishna Maha Mantra, Prabhuji?
Hare Krishna Maha Mantra came in as a yoga mantra in Kali Yuga. Okay. So he's just saying Krishna mantra. There's other Krishna mantras also for different yogas, you know. Om Namo Vasudevaya, Om Namo Narayana, like that, you know. So each yuga has its own mantra. Hare Krishna mantra came inaugurated by Chaitanya Mahaprabhu 520 odd years back. Okay. So it's but doesn't matter. You can think of any, you know, as long as it's Krishna mantra, it's good.
Okay, thank you, Prabhuji.
Yeah. Okay. Now, who's going to read this?
I'll read this, Prabhuji. Renu here.
Okay, Renu.
Yeah. Shankar Puran. Lord Shiva says chanting mantra is equal to 1 crore Vedic studies. Performing yajna is equal to 1 crore mantra. Sankirtana is equal to 10 crore yajnas.
It should be 1 crore. I'm a little generous, so I think it become 1 crore. I put 1 zero by mistake. Yeah.
Okay. The Sankirtana is equal to 1 crore yajnas.
Yeah. So this is, you can see the ratio. Sankirtana is the congregational chanting. This is now Hare Krishna Mahamantra. The chanting of the Hare Krishna Mahamantra, congregational means together. That is called Sankirtana. So it becomes very powerful. Otherwise, also in our life, when we are chanting versus we are singing in a group or chanting in a group, that becomes much more powerful than doing it alone. Yes, thank you. So now this is, yes, one more devotee can take it up.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji.
Thank you, Prabhu, for at least saving human side. Okay, go ahead.
This is Vishal.
Okay, Vishal.
Skanda Purana. Lord Shiva says, even if it is not done perfectly, the arati of Lord Krishna is perfect.
Yes, it's from Skanda Purana. Because while doing the arati, some mistakes can happen. We are not perfect. But he said, doesn't matter. Krishna will forgive you. Krishna will accept whatever arati you are offering to him. Vishal Prabhu, you are from Pakistan, right?
Yeah, Prabhu, I'm from Pakistan.
Okay. Welcome, Prabhu. Okay, one more. Okay, sorry, the spelling mistake. It should be Lord Shiva. But yes.
Skanda Purana, Lord Shiva who carries on his head Ganga which flows from Lord Vishnu's feet, well known the glory of Charanamrita. That is why sin can never touch him.
Yeah, because Lord Shiva is, people have been somehow, the impression is that it's, the Ganga comes from Lord Shiva. But actually Lord Shiva is only holding on his head. When Ganga was coming down from the celestial planets, somebody had to hold it. And then Lord Shiva came forward. He says, I will hold her on my head. So he just, made a sort of a tank on his jata, the matted hair, and then the Ganga. But Ganga is originating from Lord Krishna's lotus feet. When Vamana Dev, Krishna comes as Vamana and ask Bali Maharaj about 3 steps, that's the time Bali Maharaj gives him that, and then Vamana starts growing, and in his 1 foot, 1 step, he covers the entire material world. The second step, he goes through the 7 layers. Hare Krishna Mataji. So he pierces the layers of all the material worlds and goes into Karana Sagara, which is, beyond the material world. And this Ganga is there, Sagara. From that Sagar, it starts flowing down, washing Krishna's lotus feet, Lord Vishnu's lotus feet. And that becomes a Charanamrita. And that is what is holding. And that's why we today, in all temples, everywhere at home, when we do Abhishek of the Lord, then we take that water and sprinkle on our head, right? So Lord Shiva is absolutely sinless. And it says, Skanda Purana says it is because of this special mercy he got. One more person.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji, Gauri this side.
Yes.
Skanda Purana, Lord Shiva says a person whose head and knees touch the ground while bowing down before Krishna attains the results of performing a Ashwamedh Yagna.
Yeah, Medha. Yes, so this is Lord Shiva is saying that, when we do for the men, it is recommended that they do a Dandavat. Dandavat means Ashtanga, complete. The 8 parts of the body should touch the ground. That is called Ashtanga Dandavat, that falling like a rod. And for Matajis, it is 5 parts of the body, the forehead, the shoulders, the knees. That's all should touch and like so. This is what is not shoulders, the forehead, the knees, and the feet. They don't touch with the chest. But a man or male has to do that, completely. 3 more added is the chest and the 2 shoulders, like that. Okay. So this is as good as performing Ashwamedha Yagya. I hope everybody knows about Ashwamedha Yagya, the horse sacrifice, which Yudhishthir Maharaj performed and others performed and Prithu Maharaj performed. So many of them performed. It is said that, if you perform 100 Ashwamedha Yagya, then you get the position of Indra. Indra, Brahma, all these are positions, posts. They are not personalities. Different people occupy that post in different yugas. Okay, just 2 more. So, if some Prabhuji wants to take a chance.
This is your one.
Okay, go. Hare Krishna. Let's get done, Anyway, any Mataji can do it.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji, Tanya here.
Yeah.
Skand Puran, Lord Shiva says, even a sinner who has committed many sins will become purified by touching the Lord's conchal water, which has washed his lotus feet. Of this there is no doubt.
The same Charnamrit. We should never miss a chance to get the Charnamrit, the water washing Krishna's feet on our head. This is, I have seen this in, especially in India. Everybody, when I remember I started my journey in Krishna consciousness, then when the water falls on even, sometimes there are so many people, the pujari is throwing the water from the altar and it doesn't reach many people at the back side. So they go in search of that, on the ground, on the floor, and take it and put it on their head, So that is the value of that. Not everybody gets that. We should remember that. Okay. Now this is the last one. So somebody wants to take a last chance.
Hi, I'm Dia. I would like to read
Please.
Varaha Purana. Narayana is the supreme person. Brahma, Shiva, and all are born from him.
So Varaha Purana also confirm this. See, this is this whole exercise is not for putting down somebody or something, but establishing the supremacy of Krishna. So that, somebody asks you the question why you are doing that, then we have sufficient, and this is not all. I told you, this is just few I took just for an example so that we should know that when we read Sri Bhagavan Uvacha, what are we reading? Okay. So thank you very, very much. It's been a little longer class today, but I thought, we should make the platform strong. And now, tomorrow there will be no class. That Saturday is the only day I'm keeping off for myself so that I can prepare, because other classes are also going on. I'm also conducting a Vedic quiz. And so I have to prepare a lot. So Saturday I thought is a one break for you also. So the classes will be always from Sunday to Friday. Okay. So now if you have any question, comment, please go ahead.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna.
Dhriti here.
Yeah, Dhriti.
I just want to add on something.
Please.
Like whether we go through all the Shastras, Pranas, any scripture we can take and we can go through. No anyone, any incarnation of Krishna has confirmed that I am the God. I mean, neither Shiva nor Brahma.
Right.
They can go through anything. Krishna is the only one who in Bhagavad Gita has assured us and he himself has said that I am the God.
Yeah. And nobody has challenged that.
Yes.
Yeah.
So we can abide by his own words also.
Oh, yes. But again,
More
the
self-sufficient.
point was that to abide by his word, first we must have faith in him, right? If he had no faith,
Yes.
then his words will be also looking like, oh, these are all because you people are devotees of Krishna, you are talking like that. No. That's why I particularly state that, and I chose only what Lord Shiva says about Krishna. Forget about others, you know, so that we know. And as I said, we respect him tremendously. He's the greatest Vaishnava. And we follow his example. Thank you for that addition. Where is Ishwita?
Ishmita is, I think, watching Radha Krishna on the TV.
Okay, no problem.
Yes.
Okay. Anybody has any other person has any question, comment, realization, experience?
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji.
Yeah.
So Prabhuji, I read in some other book, I think Srimad Bhagavatam itself in 7th canto, that offenses to deities. So one of the offenses was that while you're standing in front of the deities, you can't bow down to someone else. But
Yes.
Prabhu, if Guru Maharaj enters in that same hall where the deities are also there, so how can we not bow down to him?
Should not. Guru Maharaj will also not like that. Because it is Guru Maharaj is also following the same rule, right? So you can bow down to him when he's outside. It's not, you know, because when Krishna is there, you bow down to the supreme person in that room. Okay? And Krishna is the one. So the scripture says very, very clearly. Even Rupa Goswami also in Nectar of Devotion instructs like that. We should not bow down to anybody other than, we should not only bow down, we should not glorify anybody in presence of Krishna. Okay. So this is, why not means you can do it in your mind for that moment, and then when Guru Maharaj is available, because he is going to get out, right, from that room. So then you can do
Yes,
that.
Prabhu.
Yeah.
Thank you, Prabhu. Hare Krishna.
Because I have been corrected once, that's why I remember that, you know, that Guru Maharaj said, no, what are you doing? And Krishna is, and then,
Yes, Prabhu. Thank you for the wonderfulness.
thank you.
Hey, Prabhuji.
Hari Bol.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna. Yes.
Did you chant today?
Yes.
No.
How was the serial going on, Radha Krishna?
How was it going on? How was it?
I was not watching it.
And what were you doing?
I was dancing.
You can tell him that yes, you were dancing.
I was dancing.
Dancing, wow. 10 o'clock in the night, not bad. 11 o'clock. What is that time there?
9
It's
o'clock.
9 o'clock there.
9 o'clock. 9 o'clock.
Good. Yeah, you should always dance for Krishna, not for some Bollywood and Hollywood and all that. Okay.
No, Prabhuji, she chants and dances.
Wonderful. That's what, you know, that's all we need. We need all the children to learn and practice. So if we learn and practice, then we can ask children also. You know, we ask children to do everything, and we ourselves are sometimes not doing it. You know.
Actually, they have to see to follow.
Yes, absolutely.
Like she's 4 years, but since she was 2, and I don't know if I'm disturbing all others, but since she's been 2, in the morning she has a routine of, you know, just taking a bath, then chanting the Gayatri Mantra, and then she goes, offers water to Tulsi Mata, and that's how her day starts.
Right. We also have a 4-year-old here with us, and you know, she doesn't allow anybody else to sing Narsimha prayers.
I have seen her.
Somebody else starts, she becomes very angry, and you know, that is her copyright.
Which is good, Prabhuji.
Okay, thank you.
बहुत अच्छा करती है प्रभु जी आरती.
हाँ.
बहुत अच्छा लगता है उसका सुन के मजा आता है.
नानी जी बोल रहे हैं.
सीमा बोल रही है. सीमा
बोल रही है. ओके.
मुझे उसका बहुत अच्छा लगता है, कितने अच्छी तरह सब करती है.
क्लियर बोलती है एकदम, मतलब एक वर्ड भी इधर उधर नहीं होता है.
हम लोग से इतना क्लियर नहीं होता जितना वो क्लियर बोलती है.
थैंक यू माता जी.
हरे कृष्ण प्रभु जी.
Has anything to say?
Hare Krishna Prabhu.
Yes.
Hare Krishna Prabhu.
Yeah, Hare Krishna.
Abhilasha speaking.
Yeah.
Prabhuji, in the question where you said who is God, you mentioned that God is somebody who is accepted by all acharyas.
Mm.
There you mentioned the name Shankaracharya.
Mm.
Shankaracharya. Did
Yes.
Shankaracharya accepted Krishna as God, as a separate God?
Of course, he says Devaki Putram. Who is Devaki Putram? You know, in his Gita Mahatmya, the glorification of Gita, he says Ekam Devam Devaki Putram. Only God is Devaki Putram. Only literature is Gita, like that. You know, only river is Ganga. So in that it comes like that. That is one reference I know. Maybe must be others also. He also says Bhaja Govindam, Bhaja Govindam, Bhaja Govindam, Mudamate. So who's Govinda? You know, so he does accept.
Krishna.
Yeah.
Okay. Thank you so much, Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
So okay then. Thank you very, very much. And
Hare Krishna Prabhuji.
yes, please go ahead.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna. Yes, Prabhu.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji.
Yeah.
This is Rohan.
Yes, Rohan.
Prabhuji, there are many instances this people say that Lord Shiva is the supreme, and from him the Lord Vishnu and Lord Brahma originated.
We need
Some say about Markandeya.
No, we need a shastric evidence, which is again accepted by everybody. You know, like we are talking from Bhagavad Gita, for example, accepted by everybody. Bhagavatam accepted by everybody. So same way, if they are saying it, you know, we don't want to argue with anybody, but please come with the evidence, and then if it is,
Are there any Upanishads?
there are 108 Upanishads, but
are there any Upanishads which say Lord Shiva is the supreme?
no, Prabhu, I have not come across.
And are there any Puranas like Markandeya Purana? Everyone say about Markandeya
Some Purana, yes, some Purana. You know, but the thing is, what happens is Sanskrit to translation, like it Ishvara, for example. So Ishvara, the followers of Lord Shiva has been told that he is Ishvara, Ishvara. You know, like that name is branded, but then Krishna is also Ishvara, right? Ishvara means controller. To understand Ishvara, that means one who controls. But that doesn't give a copyright like that. That okay, Ishvara means like that. But people have that, you know, conditioning. This is all conditioning. Where you are born, which family you are born, who is your Kula Devata, and so on and so forth. There are others who are saying that everybody comes from Devi. So then what do you do now? But we go by universal acceptance. That is, it is called as a revealed scripture. Simple, you know. Whenever somebody says that, please, sir, you know, be very humble. Don't argue. Just say, okay, please, I would like to see that. We are ready to show if somebody questions.
Thank you.
Thank you. Hare Krishna. Rohan,
Hare Krishna.
apparently my son's name is also Rohan. So welcome.
Okay. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Okay then. We'll see you tomorrow and not tomorrow, sorry, Sunday, same time. So I'm going to, the recording is there. I have the list of those who have been asking for recording. If somebody else also wants it, please write to me. Then I'll arrange. Thank you. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Thank you.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji.
Hare
Thank you,
Krishna.
Prabhu.
Rishika. Hare Krishna. Hari Bol.
Hari Bol.
Hare Bol.
Hari Bol.